You're probably bleeding money right now and don't even realize it. Not from rent going up or groceries, from subscriptions you forgot you had. Here's the thing about subscription creep. It doesn't hit you all at once like a car repair bill or a medical emergency. It's slow, quiet, 10 bucks here, 15 there. But when you actually add it up, you're looking at what could have been your emergency fund, your credit card payment, or the difference between barely scraping by and actually having breathing room. By the end of this, you'll know exactly how to audit what you're actually spending on subscriptions, where the hidden traps are, and how to cut the fat without feeling like you're giving up everything. Because right now, with rent eating half your paycheck and inflation making groceries feel like a luxury, every dollar you're not actively choosing to spend is a problem. We're in this weird moment where companies have figured out the perfect business model. Get you to say yes once, then keep charging you forever. And with everything costing more, from gas to rent to just existing, those automatic charges add up faster than they used to. The average American is now spending over $200 a month on subscriptions. That's $2,400 a year. For a lot of people, that's the difference between paying down debt and staying stuck. Let's be honest, subscriptions don't feel expensive when you sign up. $9.99 for music? Totally worth it. $14 for streaming? Sure, why not? $12 for meal kit deliveries you'll definitely use? Sounds good in the moment. But here's what happens. You sign up for a free trial, you forget to cancel. Or you do use it for a while, then stop, but the charge keeps hitting your account. Companies are counting on that. They're not evil, they're just really, really good at behavioral economics. The average person has around 12 to 15 subscriptions. Some they use daily, some they haven't touched in months. And the kicker? Most people underestimate what they're spending by about 40%. You think it's maybe $100 a month. It's actually closer to $200 or more. That's not a moral failing. That's by design. Subscriptions are built to be forgettable, small enough that each individual charge doesn't trigger your "wait, that's too much" alarm, automatic enough that you never have to think about them again. Let's break down where this stuff adds up. Streaming services are the obvious one. Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max, maybe Peacock or Paramount. You probably started with one. Now you've got four. That's $50 to $70 right there. Then there's software: Adobe, Microsoft, cloud storage, password managers, budgeting apps, ironically enough. Another $30 to $50. Fitness and wellness: Peloton, gym memberships you don't use, meditation apps, that workout program you bought on New Year's, add $20 to $60. Food and convenience: meal kits, grocery delivery fees, coffee subscriptions, wine clubs, easily another $40 to $80, depending on how bougie you went. And then the random stuff: gaming subscriptions, news sites, Patreon, Substack, beauty boxes, book clubs. This is where it gets messy because these feel optional, but they're also the ones that slip under the radar. The actual financial damage isn't just the monthly total, it's the opportunity cost. That $200 a month, over a year, that's $2,400. Put into a high-yield savings account at 4%, that's an extra $50 in interest. Not life-changing, but it's something. Put toward a credit card with 22% interest, and you're saving $528 in interest charges over a year. Or let's say you're trying to build an emergency fund. Financial advice says you need 3 to 6 months of expenses saved. If your monthly expenses are $2,500, you need $7,500 minimum. At $200 a month in subscription cuts, you could build that fund in just over 3 years instead of never. The other thing people miss? Subscriptions train you to accept monthly charges as normal. And companies know this. They're not trying to sell you a product anymore. They're trying to sell you a relationship, a constant, recurring relationship with your bank account. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. Subscriptions prey on loss aversion. Once you have access to something, canceling feels like losing it, even if you're not using it, even if you're broke. You keep Spotify because what if you want to listen to that one playlist? You keep the streaming service because what if your show comes back? You keep the gym membership because canceling means admitting you're not going to go. and companies make canceling just hard enough that you don't bother. Not impossible, just annoying. You have to log in, find the settings, click through 3 pages, maybe call someone, maybe wait until the end of the billing cycle. It's designed to create friction. Meanwhile, signing up, one click, instant access, feels great. A lot of subscription spending comes down to fear of missing out or needing something later. You keep Amazon Prime because what if you need 2-day shipping? You keep the software subscription because what if you need to edit a PDF next month? But here's the reality check. If you haven't used something in 60 days, you probably don't need it. And if you do need it later, you can always resubscribe. Most services will let you come back. Your data doesn't disappear, your playlists don't vanish. The cost of resubscribing when you actually need something is almost always less than paying for it every month just in case. So here's the move. Go through your bank and credit card statements from the last 3 months. Not your memory, your actual statements. Write down every recurring charge, every single one. Then ask yourself 3 questions for each. 1. Have I used this in the last 60 days? 2. Does this genuinely improve my life right now, or is it just nice to have? 3. If I canceled this today, would I actually miss it next week? If the answer to any of those is no, cancel it. Not later, today, right now. And here's the thing, you don't have to cancel everything. Keep what you actually use and value. But be honest, if you're stressed about money, if you're carrying credit card debt, if you don't have an emergency fund, every subscription you keep is a choice. Make sure it's one you're actually making, not one that's happening to you. Financial control isn't about living like a monk or never enjoying anything. It's about making sure your money is going where you actually want it to go, not just leaking out because you forgot to say no. If this helped you see where your money's actually going, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And if you've got a subscription you can't believe you're still paying for, drop it in the comments. Let's see who's winning the Forgot I Had That award.